All right. We're going to get started. Y'all hit the like button. We about to get started into this commentary real quick. Y'all, did you hear what happened to P. Diddy? P. Diddy is he's like a R. Kelly to me. They kind of like one and the same, P. Diddy and R. Kelly. Man, hit the like button. We about to get right into this commentary. You watching Hustle Kelly podcast. You watching Hustle Kelly. All right, so y'all. Oh, okay, I like that. Okay. So Diddy's homes across the United States was raided by the Homeland Security today, y'all. The Homeland Security raided P. Diddy's house today. They sure did. Now, Diddy troubles with law continue to worsen as his properties across the United States are under investigation by the federal agents. Today, the 54-year-old mogul homes in Miami and Los Angeles were being raided, with at least 2 helicopters patrolling the airspace. Okay. So I'm going to show you a little video of what happened today at the raid. So let me share my screen. Hello, squeeze the like button, y'all. Hit the like. Let me share my screen real quick. For sex trafficking.
Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house in Holmby Hills, believed to be connected to Sean Combs, the rapper and music executive, perhaps being linked to a sex trafficking investigation. Let's go live to Stu Mandel up in Skyfox right now for more. Stu, what do we know?
Yeah, I heard her say we're live. Copy.
All right, there you see Skyfox overhead of this home where, again, we are seeing Department of Homeland Security investigators seeing this home now. Let's go to Haley Winslow, who's live on the ground right there. Haley, what do we know?
Sandra, this is going to turn into a huge scene that is going to be an all-day thing, and it involves, yes, P. Diddy. The home is actually registered to Bad Boy Films, which is a division of Bad Boy Entertainment, basically his company, and the home's registered to that and to his daughter. Now, from Skyfox, Stu up there, he got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now, we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats, and law enforcement on the other side of those bushes basically is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home in particular is registered not only to Bad Boy Films, but to one of P. Diddy's daughters. Now, we are hearing from law enforcement sources that this involves sex trafficking, but we don't yet know to what extent or the details about that. But you better believe we will be on this all day, keeping you updated with the very latest. For now, reporting live here on the scene in Holmby Hills, I'm Haley Winslow, Fox 11 News.
Haley, thank you. And you can see from that ground shot a very active scene right there, a perimeter put up already.
Unreal, y'all. That's crazy. Now, last month, a producer named Rodney Lil Rod Jones on the Love album Off the Grid accused Diddy of sexual harassment as well as drugging and threatening him over the course of a year. Now, prior to that, Diddy and singer Aaron Hall were accused of raping two women in 1990 or 91. Now, this became the third sexual assault lawsuit filed against Diddy in the space of a week. He first faced allegations of rape and domestic violence from Cassie, who he was dating for at least, a decade. Until 2018, he denied all allegations and quickly settled the suit with his lawyer, saying the decision is in no way an admission of wrongdoing. The second person to accuse Diddy of sexual assault was Joe Dickinson Neal, who claims that the rapper and producer drugged and raped her in the early 90s while also filming the act. They filmed it. Wow. Now, Diddy denied these allegations as well, saying, though his spokesperson, this last minute lawsuit is an example of how a well intentioned law can be turned on its head. Okay. Now, Diddy claimed he's a victim of cancel culture. Comment down below what y'all think about that. Okay. Now let me share my screen. We're gonna share some other videos of the raid. Now, this is one picture right here. This is Diddy's Los Angeles home. It was raided by the feds today due to sex trafficking. Now that's real big in America. Sex trafficking is big in America, and like kids, like pedophiles, is the number one consumers in America. They be messing with kids and shit. So this is some pictures of the raid today. It looks like it's two of Diddy's sons that they handcuffed. It was going down today. The Homeland Security raided P. Diddy's house today. Homeland Security and police officers raided his house. Now, the scene at Diddy's Los Angeles area home appears to be winding down. And a new photo obtained by TMZ shows just how busting it was with law enforcement activity. Dang, they pulled up deep. The Homeland Security, everything. Check out this picture right here, which shows scores of agents and officers on the ground. Safe to say, they went in locked and loaded. Time will tell if anything if they found anything. Now, TMZ has obtained extra footage of cops on a scene near Diddy's LA home. Okay. And it looks like officers have shut down the entire area with helicopters scromming up above. There are at least 2 choppers in the area and a lot of police on the ground. Let's play this scene right here.
Breaking.
Wow. Now, a rep of Homeland Security investigations earlier today, Homeland Security investigations in New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation. With assistance from the Homeland Security in Los Angeles, Miami, and our local law enforcement partners, we will provide further information as it comes available. Now, this is them raiding in Miami. They on boats and everything, y'all. Hold on.
You're guilty by association.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you, not one based on whatever this person is doing. Get a rate based on you with DriveWise and the Allstate app.
Y'all. See if they got some
Breaking
more.
news right now, we're following the Department of Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house in Homeland Hills, believed to be connected to Sean Combs, the rapper and music executive, perhaps being linked to a sex trafficking investigation.
He got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now, we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. And on the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home in particular is registered not only to Bad Boy Films, but to one of P. Diddy's daughters.
We did see a bunch of investigators going in, making the raid in there and clearing that as well. So they're going to do a thorough search as they conduct this raid. And so far, Stu, from what I understand and from Haley on the ground there, they have not seen, and we have not seen from our vantage point, any sign of Sean Combs, the 54-year-old who is believed to be the property owner of this. They are gathering information, talking to the folks who are there on the property, as well as going through the home. It wasn't as heightened as we saw just 10 minutes ago when they actually got onto the property.
Well, definitely a little bit more relaxed as far as the investigators that you see right there. And now we're getting more of a count. You can see that there's 4, maybe 5 people down there, 6 total that they have removed from the home. A couple of them still in cuffs.
We don't know what exactly they're looking for, who they're looking for. But again, this could possibly be linked to a sex trafficking investigation involving rapper Sean Combs, the music executive. But as you heard from Haley right there, she believes, and she's been hearing, that we do not think that Sean Combs is on that property at home right now. He may be in New York as this raid is being conducted. But we do know from our reporting that over the course of the year already, just as early as March this year, there have been several lawsuits filed against Sean Combs. So clearly this could be part of it. We are not sure at this point.
Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by Homeland Security. And everything we're hearing is this is in connection with the human trafficking, the sex trafficking allegations that have been made against him in the various civil cases.
And clearly now the feds are investigating this. As you can see, the dramatic footage outside his home here in LA, where they had several people out in the front yard for questioning.
Now
and then actually there were people who were cuffed eventually, including 2 of Diddy's sons. Now, we don't know at this stage if they have been booked for anything, but they were in handcuffs.
And I want to say this quickly because they were in handcuffs, but a lot of times they do that to get
Right.
them out of the house
Right.
because they don't know their status. It doesn't mean they're suspects or
Right.
arrested.
Right.
It could be, but it doesn't mean that.
Right.
And so this is a typical thing that happens. But this is a federal investigation in 2 states. And we talked about the various civil allegations. This is a whole new level.
Right. This would be obviously they're looking into criminal. The feds are looking into a criminal charge here, but nothing has been announced yet. And we also don't know where Diddy is at this point.
Yeah, that's right. So he usually lives primarily in Miami. That's usually where he's at anyway. He flies around, obviously, but Miami seems to be his home base. No visual, no word, no official report or anything of him being under arrest or detained or anything. But in any case, it's obviously D-Day, no pun intended. Look, can I be honest with you? I had a suspicion this would happen at some point because of the mounting lawsuits. Despite all the denials from Diddy, they kept mounting and they kept mounting. And the same thing kept being brought up: alleged human/sex trafficking. And at a certain point, the federal government is not going to turn a blind eye to that, right? And I mean,
they
look,
they at least say we should look into this.
Well, by the way, this is more than we should look into this. They had to get a search warrant, which means that they had to convince a judge that there was probable cause to believe that there was indeed sex trafficking, human trafficking. So this is not just a probe. This is presenting evidence to a federal judge saying, we have probable cause to believe Diddy is involved in human trafficking. And as a result, warrants got issued in both Los Angeles and Miami.
Right.
So that's how serious this is right now. By the way, we have been blowing up the phones of his various lawyers, and they are indisposed right now. They are not talking. We've also been...
Imagine they're in a war room somewhere.
Right.
The other thing I was going to mention real quick, and I'm sure this came to somebody's mind, but this very much reminds me of the R. Kelly saga. I mean, for a long time, R. Kelly was, just living his life, doing his thing, and all of a sudden, one day, law enforcement gets involved, he gets arrested, and the rest is history. I'm not saying the same is going to happen here from Diddy, obviously, but this is sort of the start of usually how that stuff like that goes.
It is the same playbook. You notice there are a lot of public allegations made either in a documentary, in the case of R. Kelly, in the case of Diddy, and several lawsuits, and it gets the feds, their antenna go up, and then the investigation starts.
What is really interesting, fascinating about all of this is it started with Cassie, and that's his ex, and this whole thing probably would have never come out from under the rug because he could have settled it, and he wouldn't settle it, and I guess he called her bluff.
Right.
But then she files this lawsuit making all these horrific allegations. The next day, he settles with her. But because it all became public, other women then came forward, in particular, a Jane Doe.
In December, who alleged that she was 17 when Diddy and his associates sexually assaulted her. And she also alleged human and sex trafficking in that lawsuit. So, and we've seen it pop up in another more recent lawsuit filed here in LA. So
this is unconfirmed, but we have reason to believe that the feds have spoken to at least one of these women before getting the search warrant. And as a matter of fact, it really makes complete sense. In order to show probable cause, you have to show that there's something untoward that happened, and it would be probably a declaration from one of those women. Yeah. And we have reason to believe at least one of them, and it's a Jane Doe, was either in touch directly with Homeland Security or with via her lawyer.
And to Harvey's point from earlier, when Cassie opened the floodgates, because she was the first one to do that, such a high-profile person in a high-profile relationship with Diddy, obviously that opened the doors, and I'm sure he's regretting playing chicken with her because he clearly lost, and now he's sort of paying for it, I think.
Hey, I'm Trey from Atlanta, Georgia. All this is just so unfortunate. Ever since that Cassie lawsuit, his life has literally been in shambles. Like, we're literally seeing the downfall of Diddy right in front of our eyes. The most unfortunate part is I hated seeing the 2 kids in handcuffs. They probably had no idea what was going on, what was going on. Like, at the end of the day, like, salute and thoughts and prayers to everyone involved. Hopefully something. And where is Diddy at? Where does he go? He had to be tipped off. Where is he at?
We don't know at this moment where Diddy is. There's a chance we've heard he
That he
might
was
be
in
on
Miami.
a jet.
Yeah.
And we heard
Or
Miami.
he was
We
in
heard
Miami and that he was about to get on a jet and then didn't get on.
going to New York.
Right.
And by the way, it looks like the Southern District of New York is handling this, which is interesting because it's not New York where they're searching right now.
There comes a time when you're in a situation that may seem like a good situation, but if you're not waking up happy, or if you disgruntled, or you really don't want to be around that person, you find every excuse to get out of there. And I got diabetes. So my excuse was, I can't be with you every day. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm losing weight. I'm doing that. But in reality, it was, I was sick. I was sick of you. I was sick of everything that was going on around you. I was sick of having to cover up everything that you did. I was sick. Cassie spoke on it. She said, yeah, I jumped on it. I jumped in between it. That wasn't the only time. It was other times. And it was other people.
Well, Diddy is now facing another very serious lawsuit. And, you know, this all started with the Cassie lawsuit. And then there were two more accusers. This woman has filed as an anonymous accuser, as a Jane Doe, and filed it in federal court today. And it goes back to, her allegation goes back to 2003. And she says she was 17 years old at the time, but tells a very detailed, really harrowing story of meeting first the president of Bad Boy Records in Detroit when she was an 11th grader, but ends up on a private jet with him, goes back to New York, and then meets Diddy. What's different about this lawsuit is that she's included photos. Now, she's blurred her face. She's filing anonymously, but photos of her, she says, in the studio with Diddy back in 2003. And she says, yes, she walked in and there was a recording session going on, but when it ended, that's when the sexual assault began. And it is a really
Yeah, the allegations are absolutely horrific. She says she was 17. She was only in 11th grade at the time. Said she was taken from Michigan, as you said, to the studio in New York. And after that session was over, she says they plied her with drugs and alcohol. She became so inebriated she couldn't consent to anything that was happening. She went to a bathroom where she says she was raped by not only Diddy, but as you said, the president of Bad Boy Records at the time, Harv Pierre, and a third person. So really, she describes a gang rape scenario where she said she ended up on the bathroom floor in the fetal position and has been so traumatized by this, but never said anything, she said, until she saw Cassie and other women come forward. And she said that gave her the confidence to finally share these allegations.
And so Diddy has actually come up with a statement on this.
Yeah, I mean, almost
the claim.
Minutes after it was filed, he told us, enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick day. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth.
My name is Ray Williamson from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Being a fan of hip hop, there's always been kind of rumors about Diddy. Since the Cassie thing happened, I knew there was going to be a lot of stuff coming out. This is bad information. I mean, because he has a 17-year-old girl sitting on his lap in the photo. I mean, that's pretty damning.
He has an uphill battle if he's really going to fight all these allegations in court. Got his hands full.
We told you last Thursday about this wild lawsuit that Diddy's ex, Cassie, filed against him, alleging rape, alleging human trafficking, other
All sorts of
misdeeds.
things, yeah.
As quickly as it came, it went.
Over. Just over 24 hours after she filed the lawsuit, they settled it late on Friday night. This was shocking. I mean, we knew that there would be talk of a settlement. I just didn't think it would come this quickly.
All right, back to the raid. Now, These is Diddy's two sons that was in handcuffs at the Miami location, King and Justin. Fox has posted video that appeared to show several individuals in handcuffs near the property, and a couple of them appear to be Diddy's sons, Justin and King Combs. Oh, he got a light-skinned son, and a dark-skinned one looked just like him. Wow. Okay. TMZ has obtained additional footage that shows federal agents rolling up to Diddy's via water. They pulled up in boats. The video shows armed agents standing on a boat, and they too appear to be armed. Armed and dangerous. Can't too many on bang with us. Straight up, we know angel us. Label us notorious. Thug ass niggas that love the bus. Y'all niggas be scrambling, gambling. Diddy is in the crosshairs of law enforcement on both coasts of America. In Miami and in his other city, as federal agents have descended on his Beverly Hills home.
The Department of Homeland Security
Okay,
conducting a raid at a
Law enforcement sources tell TMZ that agents of Homeland Security are in the middle of raiding Diddy's properties. There were helicopters everywhere, overhead, and local law enforcement. Okay, now the Homeland Security is the lead security in this investigation. As you know, there have been multiple allegations, on Diddy. This is like an R. Kelly all over again. Now, y'all remember when Diddy was grooming Justin Bieber? He had Justin Bieber for 48 hours. And who knows what went on? Do y'all remember that? Let's take a look.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but go get the front shot in this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Jess.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion?
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
So where would you like to go? What do he got to do for this car? And what do he have to do for that mansion? You just gonna give him a mansion? You just gonna give him a car? This is straight grooming. Is he grooming y'all? Is he grooming this little boy? He was only 15 at the time. Okay. Justin Bieber was only 15 at the time. Now, Justin Bieber, I'm not sure if he came out. Justin Bieber said P. Diddy, he did wrong. He did wrong. What did that little boy have to do to get that car? And his parents signed him over to Diddy for 48 hours. So he get to hang out with P. Diddy for 48 hours. He was his legal guardian for 48 hours. Justin Bieber says, I was just 15. He was just 15 years old. Now, I don't know if Justin Bieber came out and said P. Diddy is a creep or what. Justin Bieber said, I was just 15. Now we know P. Diddy done groom many of these young boys. You know, P. Diddy done groom many of these boys. Usher, when he was young, it's just weird. Now who knows what P. Diddy did to the little white boy for 48 hours? Let's check. Let's go back to the video.
Okay. One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18,
He said when you get 16, look how he licked his lips though. Look how he licked his lips. He was like, when you get 16. He grooming them. Look how he licked his lips at him. He licked his lips like when you get 16. Watch this.
You get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo.
Like what we doing?
Where you want to go? 48 hours. Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy. Him and his boy.
Look at him like
they're having the times of their lives. Like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
it is.
You know,
you can't really disclose where.
Been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go.
He looked terrified. He's
full crazy.
Wow,
crazy.
But full crazy. Look how you looking at him. Look at Bieber ain't feeling this. We gonna go butt full crazy. Like do what for 48 whole hours? I bet he's probably thinking his parents like, damn, my parents just signed me over to this dude. Justin Bieber said he did wrong. Justin Bieber was just 15. Justin Bieber said he was forced in his bed, y'all. Look at him kissing Justin Bieber right there on the cheek. Nah, even and his house has been raided. Diddy's house has been raided. There's too many allegations. There's too many people coming out.
He's with me, so and we gonna go full crazy.
We're going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Go get some girls, all right. We go get some girls, all right. Justin Bieber came out. He said, they made me eat the buns. Who knows what they did to that little boy? You know I don't know, allegedly. You know, it's a full-gone investigation at Diddy's mansion. Thank you guys so much for watching Hustle Kelly. Make sure you hit the like button. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more gossip news. I'm going to see you on the next one. Y'all have a great night. Peace. Welcome to Hustle Kelly Podcast, where you get your latest hip hop news, gossip, we do interviews, reactions, and commentary on the shows we love to watch. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Once you're a subscriber, you're a part of the Hustle Gang.